Hey man, what it do, man? We back outside here, man. Another day, another stream. You understand? Another reaction. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, today we reacting on the OnlyFans. The OnlyFans dream is getting exposed. So let's see, man. Cause this OnlyFans things, bro, like this should be going. I don't be understanding, bro. What is going on?
OnlyFans is sold to creators as the dream platform. You can make your money from home. You could be your own boss. You could turn your independence into cash monies. But what happens when the dream expires?
Currently, the media space has been dominated by how much some top earners are making on OnlyFans. But what hasn't really been discussed is how the company has lost billions of dollars in valuation in a very short amount of time. And things just got even more messy because is now in a very bad situation after the CEO passed away.
My boyfriend decided this morning that after 2 years, he has a problem with what I do. So we broke up and I'm totally having a mental breakdown live on stream.
When it comes to doing only
Gang, you shorty, you are crazy, bro. You are crazy. Like, the nigga doesn't want it, bro. Like,
what would you say is the biggest challenge when dating?
Every man thinking you're a...
What happens when creators
you is shorty. You is my nigga. Like, what do you think this is? This is not a game. Like, you act like it. You feel me? So they take you as a, you know what I'm saying?
want a life that's not attached to their internet persona? Maybe they want kids. Maybe they want family. Maybe they want to build real relationships with people, but have that dark cloud hanging over their head. Now, whether or not I think that dark cloud is accurate, the reality is that it's still there. And maybe that trade-off feels worth it if you get rich, but the reality is that that's not true. Most creators on OnlyFans don't get rich. They risk their name and their image and likeness for a platform that is not as stable as many people think.
Crazy,
and it only gets worse because now they are going through financial issues that threaten to jeopardize the entirety of the platform, taking away incomes from thousands upon thousands of creators. Financially, OnlyFans is losing value, left, right, and sideways. And then socially, the stigma has not gone anywhere. So what looks like easy money today becomes the reason that you can't escape tomorrow. If you're new to this and you want to be true to this, please make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Man.
It's the only way that this community will keep growing. Otherwise, I'll have to turn to the blue app and start putting out pictures and stuff like that. And I don't think that y'all would want that.
Crazy.
Now, back into the video.
And then this is the last 30 days. I'm going to hit all time. And these are the two, like, so this is the gross.
There's just, wow.
And then, like, you can see that it's not a screen.
80 what? $83 million. Oh nah, hey chat, we finna do OnlyFans, nigga. We is doing OnlyFans. Hey.
Screenshot. It's
Woo.
Hold on. Dude, my heart's like speeding up a little bit.
Okay, that's just completely unbelievable.
In an economy in which gas is $4 on average, people can't afford to buy homes because prices are outrageous, and people are now forced to eat the butt end of the bread, probably the worst part of the entire economy. People are looking for ways to get rich. And so turning to social media in any way, shape, form, or fashion seems like a viable solution. When you hear these claims of these people making all this money from just posting on a platform, it makes it seem like it's something that's actually doable for a lot of people. But what's never been really discussed up until now is the trade-offs of the entire exchange of posting your body and your image on the social media platforms. Right now, we're not talking about the platform itself, but we're talking about the people that use.
Like, bro, you know, this is crazy. Like, really risking your privacy and everything. Like, everybody knows like how you look from inside and out, bro. Yo, only that is crazy, bro. And most of these girls, like, they embrace this thing like crazy, bro. Like, they don't even hesitate. When you ask them what you do, they will like, I do OnlyFans, bro. Yo. And bro, there are a lot of weird niggas, bro. They are going to pay for that subscription monthly, bro. Y'all niggas, bro. Y'all niggas need to, bro.
This platform. Creator Alinity is a perfect example of somebody who has had to choose between her relationship and her professional career, specifically because of the content that she does.
And my boyfriend decided this morning that after 2 years, he has a problem with what I do. So we broke up and I'm totally having a mental
like, bro,
breakdown live on stream.
This is somebody who's a 38-year-old content creator who has been told their entire life that they can have it all. And granted, she may be able to have it all, but it's getting slimmer and slimmer. And the clock, the proverbial clock, is ticking for her, at least in her mind. She's having to choose between a partner that she's been with for a long time as opposed to her OF career. And I did some research. For what it's worth, she is a lightweight OF content creator. But I would say she's at a crossroads because she wants a serious partner. She wants the family. She wants the stability. And she wants the future outside of
You're gonna
OF.
have everything, bro.
And so I feel like that's gonna make me feel more comfortable when and if I do get to meet someone that is ready to have children. Then I would be.
Bro, like these ladies don't understand, gang. Like, bro, nobody is gonna see you and like wife you up, bro. You know who is the only person who's gonna do that? It's Adam 22, bro. Adam 22. That's the only nigga who is doing that. But I don't see anybody else doing it, bro. Like, y'all need to understand, bro. Like, you have no privacy. Like, I cannot be having my wife doing OnlyFans and later on, people will be coming to me telling me like, yo, your wife is very sexy, you know. You, bro, like some people are too disrespectful, you understand? So like, I don't want to be in fights every day, bro. I'm gonna keep it up, bro. Like,
Be retiring. Yes. Then I would be retiring before
we are not seeing no tears, bro.
getting married and having kids. I think that's kind of like I do want to do that. I do want to retire before having kids and getting married.
Like, you are 38, bro.
I just need to find the right person for it.
The same platform that gave her everything that she wanted financially, it allowed her to have all of the juices open at one time, all of the cereal boxes open at one time, any car and any fridge that she could ever imagine, is also the one that is hurting her options in the dating world. It's hurting her prospects. It's hurting her opportunities at finding a serious partner to commit to.
Bro, they are not going to. Like, they are not going to have. Like, they need to understand. Any nigga, if any guy knows, like, okay, you do OnlyFans, they are not trying to wife you up. They are just trying to hit and, like, dip, bro. Like, they are not going to wife you up. You need to understand that.
That's not it. No. You know what? I'd be totally fine in dating someone that has kids. Totally fine.
You don't have a choice.
Someone that already has children. I know a lot of people don't like that. A lot of women don't like that. But I think it could be like a really good insight. Like seeing how he is as a father. I'm cool being a stepmom. I think I'd be a cool stepmom.
Now, some very interesting points were raised
Oh,
about
hell no.
this situation
Stepmom,
from
what?
other content creators that exist on the internet. Mizkif, who on this platform we're not necessarily fond of, raises some interesting points. The person that she did have that did love her and did choose her even though she was doing this lifestyle gave her a specific choice. And she decided to ultimately choose the career. And based off of Mizkif's explanation,
you already
she's
make
not a
money.
victim in this situation. This is just an outcome of the lifestyle that she's decided to go down.
Which is fair. I think it's very fair for him to do that, being like, look, you're 30-fucking-8. Relax with the shit if we want to have
Yo,
kids.
almost 40?
And she just chose to go this route still and lost him. It's like, no, I could stay alone because men are, there's not gonna be a lot of.
I hope she can even have a baby, bro. Like 38, bro. 38 is even like too much. Like, you are old, bro. You should be thinking about how to start a family or something, bro. Since you hit 30. The fact that you are still waiting on, like, I don't know what she's even waiting on, bro.
Men out there who want a 38-year-old woman who's half plastic and the other half fake. They're not going to want a 38-year-old woman that wants other men to seek out and have sex with them all the time and wears skimpy clothes on stream and acts the way she acts. Like, they want a real woman at that point. They're fucking probably 40 years old.
I will say that there are some complexities as to why she may or may have not decided to step away from said platform. I do think that ultimately it is fair for her partner to have a serious adult conversation with her about this. It doesn't seem like they had it on stream for entertainment purposes. It seems as though both of them were trying to be
Like, bro, like, I can tell you, like, okay, that guy was really thinking about how to tell her for a minute. It's not just like he just wake up and be like, yo, I don't want you to do this anymore. Like, that nigga was thinking about this, like, for a minute.
extremely candid and real with each other. But at the end of the day, it seems like she chose the platform and he chose to leave. She said that this was empowerment and he called it a deal breaker. This is a reality that content creators that go down this pathway have had to face for a long time. And sometimes it just doesn't pan out.
Message to Alinity. You're 38 and crying that you're still not married. You haven't. Newsflash, it's never going to happen. Every OnlyFans girl, why I'm so kind to you guys in person is because I genuinely feel there's nothing darker in this world than going your whole life alone.
I'll give the people that there are definitely career paths in which, you know, you will be in that prioritize the career over any sort of romantic relationships or even platonic relationships in general. Even somebody who has now dabbled into the career of YouTube, there are many days that I find it hard to separate myself from my computer and go hang out with my friends, be with my family, etc., etc. And there are some connotations with being a YouTuber, especially one that has a podcast.
Like, bro, like, nigga, I don't be even going out, my nigga. Like, bro, if I'm from work, nigga, I'm at the crib. I'm from work, crib, gym, back to the crib, shoot video, stream, all that, editing, bro. I don't even like going out nowadays, bro. Like, I'm just chilling.
Say that people often throw me in the category of being Kevin Samuels-esque when I do say that I have a podcast. Thank God that I'm engaged, so I don't have to deal with that in the dating pool. But I do think that there is a different level of these things when it comes to being an OF content creator. There are certain stigmas that still exist, certain names that people are going to call you, and they're going to view you in a certain way, more so in an object. I'm not saying that I agree with all these things, but it's not just Alinity saying that there is this loneliness aspect that she is facing and that she cannot find some sort of long-term partner that is willing to take her serious while she is doing this career.
Have you had...
Like, bro, what I don't understand is, like, these ladies are too greedy, bro. Somebody like Sophie Rain, bro, like, you are earning, like, 80-something millions, hundreds of millions, bro, in a month. Like, the fact that you couldn't step away from OnlyFans and start a real business is crazy. You want to be doing, bro, like, what?
Have you had trouble with guys, like, getting quite jealous of you having...
Oh, 100%. I'm assuming? Most guys won't date. Yeah.
So have you ever had the scenario where you have a few great dates and then you're like, hey, what are we doing here, pal?
Yeah.
And he just strikes it down because of the...
No, I've had a couple dates in the last couple months that the guy literally told me to my face, oh my God, like, oh, it's totally fine. You don't... Fucking went and told all my friends that he's like, I like her, but I can't date her because she doesn't like dance.
I'm Amanda. I do...
When it comes to doing...
Like, these guys will be risking all their, like, lives. And people don't even know you, bro. That's the crazy part, gang.
What would you say is the biggest challenge when dating?
Every man thinking you're a whore.
Yes.
Like, I pop my for everybody. But I don't. Okay. Only the ones that pay, though.
Do you ever have, like, boyfriends? Dating was really hard. People have a persona of you, especially as I, like, grew a name for myself. It was hard to meet someone who doesn't know who I was. And so, like, there was always that, like, fandom. They met me first in their mind as Riley, so it was really hard.
Bro, even if you quit, this thing is still going to follow you, bro. Like, it doesn't matter, gang. This shit is going to follow you, gang. Like, your video, some weird-ass nigga is having, like, a whole album of your videos. Like, either screen recorded or downloaded. And he's having it. So, even if you clear all your page, gang, those videos, people still gonna see those videos, gang.
Hard to, like, reverse and teach them that I'm Ashley. Being with it's like, you don't take her to meet your mom and blah, blah, blah. I didn't, like, retire, but I just stopped shooting, like, boy-girl. So it was like a choice that I made on my own. Made that choice because I was lonely and I wanted like love and affections and stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to find this while I'm performing because it makes dating hard. Because I've dated guys and they were like, me or like, well, gave me this ultimatum, so I choose that.
See, there's a difference between the attention that these content creators feel online or maybe even IRL and some sort of actual commitment. OF can make you sexually desirable, fair. But does it make you desirable for marriage or that next step in life that I think that a lot of people have been socialized to yearn for? Attention is not love, subscribers are not commitment, and being desired is not the same as being chosen. For most people who walk down this path of life, the only thing that they're being chosen for is this new get-rich-quick hustle scheme that is ultimately a trap. See, the way that OnlyFans works is that it's marketed as some sort of temporary hustle. Hey, you're struggling in college. Hey, you just graduated high school and don't know what to do. hey, you've always been the quote unquote overdeveloped or early developed young woman in school and you need to get some money right after you graduate high school. Job isn't paying the bills. Financially, it's hard. Hop into this real quick and then you can retire later. No different than any other form of sex work.
Again, a lot of people think that, oh, I don't have to have a lot of followers. I can just jump on and do this in secret and I'll just make a bunch of money. Well, what happens with that is we see statistics like the average wage of an OnlyFans creator is $180 a month. And that's because so many people are jumping on thinking that they don't have to do anything. They post all of these pictures, they don't earn any money, and then that's actually on the internet forever, and you really can't get it down.
It's the retirement point that really gets to me, because I think that people feel is that you can just delete this page and go on to whatever you want to be for the rest of your life. And for some, that may be the case. The internet is fast. But also, with that being said, it rarely ever forgets. You can delete the page. You can say that you're retired now. You can say that you're different now. But people are still going to remember. Even if they don't know your name, you'll always be that, ooh, I remember you. I know you from somewhere, person when you have different interactions.
Imagine what these poor girls will have to deal with that brag about, I made $1 million on my 18th birthday. They'll never be free. They will never be free. And you can say, well, Helena, what if I go online 20 years from now and they have a husband and kids and they're fine and they have a normal life and they used all that money?
Bro, like imagine your kids too, bro. Like their friends coming to them telling you, yo, I seen your mom, I was subscribed to your mom, I was seeing her. Bro, like what? Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
From selling pictures of their ass to start a business. Then what? Then they've pulled ahead of you. Their entire life, anywhere they go in public, even if they move to a town of 3,000 people in Montana, they will run into somebody that has seen all of them. That is terrifying. Their children will be relentlessly bullied in school no matter where they go, even if they homeschool them. The second any of their family members get on the internet, they're going to receive a ton of messages, pictures of you know what, okay? Like,
and again, I need to interject. I'm not shaming anybody from here, but these are just the realities of the situation at hand that we don't talk about when we have all these creators push these narratives about how great this type of content is, how liberating it is for those that dabble into this. There are some aspects of this that people just don't talk about, and they try to ignore the realities of these situations. As much as the internet told you that the men that don't want to deal with you because you have an OF are insecure, I don't think that that's true. People are allowed to have boundaries and standards and deal breakers. Hell, most people, whether it be man or woman, wouldn't want their partner to have their bodies displayed on the internet for the ogling of a bunch of strangers.
Like, bro, everybody wants like a privacy game. Like, we cannot be seeing the same thing, bro. You are on your phone seeing what I'm seeing in real life.
You can play the role reversal card. If I was to have an OF or have my body out there for the objectification of women, like I think that, or men, let me put that in there. I think that it would be hard for me to also be in the dating pool. It doesn't make somebody insecure because they want to protect the privacy and the reputation or their family image. And that's what makes the Alinity situation so complicated. And honestly, should be a blueprint. She wants somebody who is a family man, somebody who already has somebody that they are taking care of. But at the same time, those are the same men who care the most about privacy and reputation. The type of man that she wants is the least likely to accept the profession that she's in. The men who do not care may not be serious, but those that do care...
Like, bro, there is only one man like that. That's Adam 22, gang. Like, you cannot find another Adam 22.
Aren't going to take her serious. And I think the worst part about this platform, outside of the trafficking stuff, which we hadn't touched on because that's an entire separate video, is the fact that this platform in and of itself is not stable. And as it sits right now, after its co-founder, CEO, gentleman passed away, it seems as though it's in jeopardy of even existing any longer. I think it needs to be clear that OnlyFans does make a ton of money. Them playing as the middleman for the past couple of years has generated billions upon billions of dollars. But that does not mean that the foundation in which it sits on is shaky. And over the course of time, it has lost massive amounts of its evaluation.
Currently, the media space has been dominated by how much some top earners are making on OnlyFans. But what hasn't really been discussed is how the company has lost billions of dollars in valuation in a very short amount of time. And things just got even more messy because is now in a very bad situation after the CEO passed away.
This may be where I expose some of my hood ratedness, but as a street nigga, I've heard the phrase sold to young ladies that if you have, you know, your body parts, your private parts, you should never be broke. And OnlyFans has set up and operated as this machine that states that, hey, if you have these things to display, you will forever have some sort of money printer. But behind the scenes, investors are not even interested in touching this platform at all.
And then you have that exit problem, because even if someone bought it, how do they eventually sell it? Like, taking it public through a stock market listing, that's essentially impossible under the current conditions. And there's also no obvious second buyer standing by, and the insane financials don't resolve the fact that this is an asset most people in finance don't really want to be publicly associated with. And I mean, if I was to guess, that might be one of the reasons why they tried to stop allowing adult content on their platform back in, 2021, plus the whole payment processors problem.
To summarize a decent amount of the financial issues with the platform only, they had some issues being connected to banking institutions. They're having issues with investors buying the platform because they don't want to be associated with that type of content and that type of space. The scary part about it for the everyday person is that creators are attaching their name, their image, their body, all these things, hell, even their family, all these things to a future of a platform that may or may not exist. One thing that's not talked about in this video too is that I don't know what happens if they do get to a day in which the company has changed hands with some like shadier companies or some shadier buyers, or if it ceases to exist altogether. What then happens to all the data? Because we know what's happening with data in 2026.
Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody can erase anything, bro.
But the reason is obvious why nobody wants to be attached to it. The money can be good, but the stigma doesn't disappear.
The real competitors here, YouTube, Spotify, and Patreon, they don't allow any 18 plus content. And I don't see a world where OF is actually able to compete with any of these platforms in the safer workspace because, the stigma that comes with the name. It's just like, I don't know. I just can't see most creators being very inclined to be like, hey guys, follow my unless they're paid like a massive bag. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. But that problem will be something the new owner will have to inherit.
So now you're in this conundrum and pickle as a platformer. Put yourself in the mind of somebody who is running the business. You want your business to open up more, to be treated as an alternative for Patreon, YouTube, Spotify, or any other membership platform. But everybody in the world knows that OF is now a platform that's associated with taking clothes off and selling these types of, content. And they try to dispel any of those narratives, but without those members being on that platform, the platform becomes totally valueless. So now the platform is stuck. It can't fully escape all the adult content because that's where the money is, but it also can't fully embrace it because now they're running into issues where they're scaring away investors, the payment processors, the regulators, and any mainstream content creators that they look to attract in the future. But meanwhile, the average content creator is the one taking on the risk. And for why? Is the risk even worth it?
The distribution between the creators is wildly uneven because, you have this whole notion where a bunch of people would start an OF and make a whole bunch of money. But for the most part, that's not true. It's very similar to how Twitch is in a way. I don't really like drawing comparisons between Twitch and
it's better you
have
Twitch than
a handful of top streamers on Twitch that make a crazy amount of money, and then the average streamer makes way below minimum wage.
And that entire point right there is pretty much the entire thesis of this entire video. If everybody was getting rich, then maybe the risk would make it make sense. But most creators aren't getting rich. They're not walking away with any sorts of generational wealth. They're walking away with screenshots, leaked content, stalkers, stigmas, and digital footprints that they can never get rid of. And this is where the story becomes bigger than money. The platform can change hands, it can lose value, it can rebrand, and it can even move on. But for the creator, you can't just do that. You don't just wake up one day and say that I'm walking past this.
And the crazy thing is like the owner of the app, bro, the platform, like He died, I think recently, few weeks, I don't know, few days, and nobody knows anything about it. Like people don't be even seeing his pictures, gang. Like I think there is only one picture like they seen of him. Like that guy is hiding his identity. Like he was hiding it very good. So he knows what comes with like having an OnlyFans, cause he's the owner. So you ladies, yeah.
Even though I have seen an influx of creators attempt at doing this, they want to distance themselves from these things. I go through the comment section of their videos and see that people continuously bring them up, even on pictures and videos of things that have nothing to do with any of this stuff. It could be pictures of family reunions, cookouts, new shoes, new cars, all these different things. And for whatever reason, there are people that are going to continuously remind these people of the type of content that they've put out. I've even actually seen it happen in real life before, which is a crazy concept in and of itself. But I think that just goes to show that the internet is always going to exist. There's no real escaping these things.
I kind of became infamous by accident. I entered the adult industry in October.
You know what? You know what is the funny thing about Mia Khalifa? When you ask her what do you do for a living, she says she's a jewelry or she sell jewelries, and I'm like, everybody knows you, Mia. Like
October of 2014, and very, very quickly I was pressured to perform in a video where the context was that I was an Arab veiled woman, and that was it. The intent was to exploit the fact that I was Arabic and spoke Arabic, and I went through with it. And not very long after, I would say like maybe a couple hours after it premiered, the avalanche started. Every news outlet picked it up, and everybody had an opinion on it, and it felt like from there on my fate was sealed. And all of a sudden,
yes, nigga, like you are disrespecting us like as Muslim, bro. What do you expect, bro? Like, and I've been seeing like they be trying to do this, bro. I don't know, like, what do you guys think this is, bro? Like, you can do your whole other freaky shit, bro, but like when it comes to like this, like Muslim stuff, bro, y'all better stay away from that shit, bro. You people, I don't be understand.
I was completely out of control of my image, my reputation, my intentions. Every single thing about me was being misunderstood.
This is a warning sign for all of those who are about to type in an email address and a password. The company may or may not survive. The company may or may not sell. The company may or may not pivot, but you as the individual will always have to live with the consequences. I think the most interesting takeaway from this is that these people who have been going to the internet preaching this type of content and this type of lifestyle for the past couple of years are now tucking tail and seeking some sort of retirement. And kudos to them. No knock and no shade against anybody who has physically done the action, made their money, made their bread, paid their bills, changed their life, and are deciding to go on some sort of retirement tour. I think that anybody who can retire from a career at an early age, especially with a lot of dollars and cents attached to it, is really good. I do think that that is fine. But what needs to be spoken more about and discussed for the next era of people that are coming behind them, thinking that this is a way to go about life, is the fact that there are some real harsh realities that you are going to have to face if you do make that decision. That's where streamer / content creator Alinity went wrong, is that I feel like she wanted to be this outward person. They wanted to sell access. She wanted to, make money by being as open as and free as possible. But then later on, she wanted some sort of privacy. But now she's faced with the reality of that not being the truth. The platform that gave her freedom also trapped her into a label and a deal that honestly it's hard to get out of. And the money that looks so temporary because it was just to get me till tomorrow has created some sort of permanent consequences that hinder her for the latter stages of her life. OnlyFans sold creators this dream that they can be wanted by everyone and monetize that. But now some of these creators are retiring and realize that they just want to be chosen by one person. And that dream that they were dreaming about as they were riding around in these cars, buying all these purses, taking all these trips, etc., has now become a nightmare that is not escapable. And this right here, this revelation between this and the business is the reason why OnlyFans will see a collapse.
Bro, like OnlyFans, bro, I'm not finna sugarcoat anything, bro. Doing OnlyFans game, you are just spoiling the whole image and your, like, you have to think about your family too. You have to really think about your family too, cause like you are dragging them into things like they didn't sign up for. You know what I'm saying? Like, your family didn't sign up for all of these things. Like, they were just chilling, bro. So you feel me? Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications bell.